Hi folks, today I'm going to talk to you about metaphors in architectures, in designing architectures, products and solutions. So something like this, all the world is a stage, all the people are actors, and we have a part to play in. So this is what Shakespeare said, and that's typically what a metaphor is. So it is like likening something to some kind of uh, creating a story around it, giving you a visualization of what it means to uh, be something like this. You could actually say that once you could use organization metaphors to create better products and solutions and architectures. So typically you could, since I'm at my native wherein there is a lot of trees and plantations and stuff like that, I'm going to show you this sort of the banana bunch. So you could actually liken this as, you can say our centralized architecture is going to look, our data warehousing architecture is going to look like this. So the center part of it would be the central node, and all the other sub nodes would branch out of it. So you could call your project as a banana bunch or something like that. And you could sometimes say that your architecture is impenetrable, just like the Chakravyuha in Indian mythology, or you could even say name it as Hotel California for people who are into music and rock and pop. So you can always check into the hotel, but you can never check out. So if you create architectures which will entice people into the system, but make it very difficult to get out. For instance, all these subscription services that you see from various vendors, that subscription is just a click away. But if you unsubscribe from that behind the payment gateway, it takes a lot of effort to unsubscribe. So, I mean, I'm not sure, a lot of companies knowingly or unknowingly, I think intentionally, they make it very hard for people to get out from the system. So that's a different topic all by itself. But you can use Hotel California or Chakravyuha as a metaphor to help you do that. And let us say you're creating a climate controlled car. So if you're creating a climate controlled car, then you could say that chameleon could be the project word for that. So when you say chameleon, it's able to change its form and color based on its environment. So based on the humidity and the environment around you, you could change the parameters of your car, and that would give you a real effect. So what is the use of metaphors when you are creating organizational context for design, product development and architectures? So typically the intention is that the teams get connected to the idea, so they are able to connect with the idea and create better architectures and solutions without a gap in the understanding. So chameleon could be an idea, then Hotel California can be another metaphor, and then you could have data lakes. So lakes are quite data lake is a metaphor, for instance. So we use a huge amount of water, and that is still, and then that lake in the water can be processed in different forms and shapes to render multiple visual interpretations of the data. So data lake is a metaphor if you are looking at it that way. So metaphors are helpful to connect your team to a central idea. So I remember talking to an engineering leader way back. He said one of his projects was called guava. So guava is a fruit, and they wanted to connect everybody with the guava fruit metaphor, that you're creating something that is juicy, interesting, and ready to have a kind of a system. So basically you could have multiple metaphors in your organization. So at times it is albatross, the bird, which flies in a V shape, in the sky can be used as a metaphor, team connection and stuff like that. So basically the flapping of the albatross creates a V momentum within your organization so that everybody is able to fly at the same speed or momentum. So even if one bird were to fly a little less or flap its wings a little less, it's still able to uplift itself and carry on with that. So these are organizational metaphors, very useful in product design, development and architectures. So what is your metaphor? Leave them in the comments below. What is the metaphor that you're used to using in your products, designs and solutions? So would love to hear your thoughts on this. So here is leaving you with this quick tip on what's a metaphor. It's always easy to connect people with metaphors rather than not having them around. So do like, share and subscribe this video for more such tips and tricks. Thank you very much.